This past week, Donald Trump did an interview with Glenn Beck, and Glenn Beck decided to ask Donald Trump about recent comments from Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah. You see, Mike Lee said that all of these judges ruling against Donald Trump amounts to an insurrection. So Glenn Beck asked Donald Trump, hey, do you agree with Mike Lee's assessment that these judges, who are just doing their jobs, by the way, that it amounts to an insurrection? To which Donald Trump responded, yeah, I think you could say that. Yeah, you could say that. There is an insurrection going on inside the federal court system against Donald Trump, according to Donald Trump himself from that loaded question from Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck knew exactly what he was doing by asking this question and, of course, by using that language, as did Republican Senator Mike Lee. They want Trump supporters, want conservatives, hell, maybe even the public, if they're dumb enough, to believe that what these courts are doing is somehow illegal and tantamount to an insurrection against Donald Trump. Trump's answer in the affirmative, that yeah, I think it's an insurrection, is basically the green flag for his crazed supporters. Like, hey, there's an insurrection against me, your favorite guy in the world. What are you gonna do about it? That's what this is. That's why that question was asked, so that Donald Trump could send that signal to his crazed supporters as, again, almost permission. Trump doesn't have to tell them to do things anymore. He hasn't had to do that for many, many years. He knows that he can throw out certain words. He can throw out a name if he wants, just a name. And his supporters get to work. They will absolutely start going after these people with fire and fury. But that wasn't the end of the conversation. Glenn Beck then asked, Andrew Jackson took care of this constitutionally. Would you consider taking care of this some other way, or with judges, in a constitutional way? Well, I hope we don't have that problem, Trump responded. But when you have to get out and do court cases for individual people, and you have, in theory, millions of court cases, they're really saying you're not allowed to do what I was elected to do.